Hello students, today we will study about plaster of Paris, its preparation, properties and uses. The name plaster of Paris came from the fact that it was first of all made by heating gypsum, which was mainly found in Paris. Now what is gypsum? Children, gypsum is calcium sulfate dihydrate. Here di denotes two molecules of water of crystallization. So the chemical formula of gypsum is CaSO4.2H2O. The plaster of Paris is commonly known as POP. Its chemical name is calcium sulfate hemihydrate. Here hemi denotes half molecule of water of crystallization, and so its chemical formula becomes CaSO4.2H2O. Let us see how plaster of Paris is prepared from gypsum. The POP is prepared from gypsum by heating it to a temperature of 100 degrees Celsius. When gypsum is heated to a temperature of 100 degrees Celsius, then it loses 75% of water of crystallization and forms plaster of Paris. In the preparation of plaster of Paris, heating of gypsum should be controlled carefully. The temperature during heating of gypsum should not be allowed to go above 100 degrees Celsius. Why? Because if gypsum is heated above 100 degrees Celsius, then all its water of crystallization will be eliminated and anhydrous calcium sulfate, that is CaSO4, also known as dead burnt plaster, will be formed. The anhydrous calcium sulfate does not set like plaster of Paris on adding water. Now here a question arises, how can you get half a water molecule? Children, it is not possible to have half a molecule of water. The formula CaSO4.2H2O actually means that two molecules of CaSO4 share one molecule of water, so that the effective water of crystallization for one CaSO4 unit comes to half molecule of water. So if we multiply the whole equation by 2 and write another equation for the preparation of plaster of Paris, then we will see that plaster of Paris can also be written as 2CaSO4.H2O. Here 2CaSO4 means there are two molecules of calcium sulfate, and .H2O means there is only one molecule of water of crystallization. This formula clearly shows that two molecules of calcium sulfate share one molecule of water of crystallization. Let us now see some of its properties. The plaster of Paris is a white powder. It sets into a hard mass on wetting with water. When water is added to plaster of Paris, it sets into a hard mass in about half an hour. The setting of plaster of Paris is due to its hydration to form crystals of gypsum, which set to form a hard solid mass. So, one important thing to note here is that plaster of Paris should be stored in a moisture-proof container. Why? Because the presence of moisture can cause slow setting of plaster of Paris by bringing about its hydration. This will make the plaster of Paris useless after some time. Let us now see some of the uses of plaster of Paris. POP is used in hospitals for setting fractured bones. It is used in making toys, decorative materials, statues, etc. POP is also used for making surfaces like the walls of a house smooth before painting them, and for making designs on the ceilings of house and other buildings.